A very good afternoon, and thanks for clicking on to the 54th edition of the Global Weather and Climate Report. Hope everybody is having a good weekend so far. So, a little bit different today. I've got my dad, David, here sitting beside me. How you doing, David?
Absolutely fine, thank you. Yeah.
Good, good. So, you want to give us a little bit about yourself, very briefly? So, you're a minister, aren't you?
I am indeed. I'm just over in my home village, well, where I was born and brought up, because it's my mum's 90th birthday next Wednesday, so we're just over for the weekend.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm a minister of a Baptist church in Herstains in Kirkintilloch, which is about 9.5 miles northeast of the city of Glasgow.
Very interesting. So, obviously, we're in Bestbrook, just on the outskirts of Newry, at the moment. So, are you wanting to just rejoin us just for a second? Sorry. So we're obviously in Bestbrook at the moment. Summer, we were up in Portrush yesterday. The weather was quite mixed. What's your opinion with regards to the summer so far? Then,
Well, I think when you revisit your home village, you remember growing up, and it just seemed to be that the summer lasted for a long time, and you could depend on long summer's days. But
Mhm.
you can't depend on that now in the UK.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, June was warm and dry. Then, of course, it was the complete opposite. In
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
sorry, warm. June was warm and dry, and then July, of course, was cool and wet. And
that's
really,
right.
August has kind of got off to the same start,
It
hasn't it?
has indeed. It has indeed. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We were fortunate in June to get the weather we got, but
Mm.
I felt for people who are holidaying in July and
Yeah,
in this country, and so much bad weather. Like,
yeah, yeah. So you were saying you were on holiday in June. Whereabouts were you?
we were in a place called Port Mahomet, which is about half an hour further north than where Mark and Lindsay actually live.
Mhm.
One of the reasons for going up is there that we can go to visit them, but
Yeah.
also the scenery up there is fantastic. So a beautiful wee place which we hope to revisit again in
Mhm.
September.
Yeah, yeah. So of course, Port Mahomet being quite close to Tarbet Ness, I think it's the easternmost point in Russia, if I'm right in saying Tarbet Ness. Beautiful lighthouse. If you haven't been up the Dornoch way, it's a fantastic part of the British Isles, of course. I want to also introduce you to the birthday girl. Well, she's not quite the birthday girl just yet. This is my gran, everybody, Violet Vogan. You want to just say hello to everybody? Just say hello.
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 So, you were born in 1933?
Yeah.
Yeah. How have you managed to survive for a whole 90 years?
Remarkable.
Yeah.
Remarkable.
Really is remarkable, isn't it?
Yes.
Good living, looking after yourself. Yeah, amazing stuff. So, this is my gran, everybody, Violet. And yeah, so a very quick global weather and climate report today. The 2 meter temperature anomalies are certainly warm. Of course, July was on quite a lot of the most recent data, has been the warmest July globally on record. But you notice here for the month of August so far, it has actually been quite cold across Antarctica, which is interesting. So it's kind of turned on its head. We had the lowest Antarctic sea ice on record for July, and it'll be interesting to see what happens as we go through the remainder of August. You can see here a lot of warmth compared to average across northern portions of Eurasia. Europe still below average, and northern portions of North America above average temperature wise as well. The United States, after seeing quite a split July, of course, we had the furnace like heat across the southwest deserts, parts of Texas, but then it was cool and wet across the northern tier of the United States. And it looks as if so far in August, it is quite cool compared to average. Greenland split between a warm north and a cool south, and the British Isles is still running below average for the month of August. But it looks as if we are going to see a turnaround taking place as we press through the middle and second half of the month. The heights will start to rise over Europe, and therefore it's kind of deflecting, slowing down that westward progress of the jet stream, and we will start to see these anomalies get chipped away here. But still, as of the 13th, just about the middle portion of the month, it is a below average month. Summer overall is going to be warmer than average, and that was part of the summer forecast that I did have. So yeah, interesting stuff. Of course, the southern hemisphere is running pretty warm compared to average as well. That is, of course, a byproduct of the El Nino that continues to strengthen. Very warm compared to average across Australia, as you can see here. Northern India, where the monsoon remains very, very strong indeed. Record-breaking rains across the north is keeping the temperatures below average, probably a 50-50 over the African continent. Look at South America. It is boiling away. And I say that, of course, it's not boiling everywhere, of course, but it certainly is very warm compared to average, thanks to the El Nino that is now starting to develop and continue. With that negative PDO, it's kind of restricting the increase in strength of the El Nino, and I think that is what we are going to start to see is the El Nino start to strengthen as we push through into the autumn and then on into the winter season. Let's have a quick look at the extremes taking place around the world, and there is still plenty of exceptional conditions taking place. We had the record-breaking warmth in parts of Turkey with a high temperature of 48.5. That was the warmest day in Turkey recorded history for the month of August anyway. Devastating fires, by the way, in parts of Maui in Hawaii. This particular town has been completely wiped off the face of the earth, unfortunately. An absolutely devastating situation here in parts of Hawaii. And yeah, it's probably getting blamed on climate change, but I believe there was arsonists in the area spotted, of course, and you can't attribute climate change to something that has been caused by man. It's one of those kind of frustrating things, unfortunately. So yeah, wildfire situation across Maui and Hawaii has been rather, devastating indeed. Exceptionally warm overnight temperatures at just over 1,600 meters above sea level. We had a minimum temperature above 21 Celsius. So I believe that's record breaking according to our friend Thierry Goose. 35.9 Celsius recorded over 1,200 meters above sea level. Remarkable stuff. Valencia had an all-time record here of 46.8 Celsius recorded at the airport. I know there is a little bit of controversy with regards to airport temperatures and the influence of exhausts of aircraft warming the readings up. Whatever way you want to look at it, it's still a remarkable temperature nonetheless. And Agadir in Morocco had a temperature of 50.4 Celsius, which is a new national all-time record for Morocco. So yeah, very significant temperatures indeed. So yeah, we've got obviously things going on around the world at the moment with regards to heat, drought, flooding, you name it, we have got it. It's just part of weather, and that is my cue to go. Thanks for watching. Short edition today. Hope you have a great one. I'll see you again tomorrow with more. Bye for now.